So when you listen to that, and he says, and most people have no idea
No.
what it is and
No.
how it works.
I think we just spoke that Aruba is using some technology of AI, mostly to write emails, write
That's what most
something.
people do.
Most people.
That's what most people do.
Yeah. I don't think they're coding that much. I don't think they're using. I've seen some arts being developed.
Some people are probably doing
graphical
Mid-Journey
arts.
and doing some stuff like that.
I've seen some dive
Well,
in that one.
That's the thing, like, so that ChatGPT user study that I mentioned earlier, it was released last week. 1.5 million conversations they tracked, and they categorized it work or home use. 73% was home use.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Okay, and the people who do use it for work, 40% leading application, writing, editing, critiquing, summarizing, all the things that you would use ChatGPT for typically.
Yeah, sure.
But
Which is now mostly considered like basic stuff right now.
yeah, because really where it is, and that's why I'm doing this AI CEO webinar, is that I want to teach you how to use it strategically.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to teach you system prompts. They are very long, they are very tedious, they take, 2 pages of input, but what you get out of there is your business strategy, okay? And you put all the variables in there. I have so many listeners, I have so many visitors coming to the website each week, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
I have so much in the bank, whatever you want to put, but the more data you input,
The better.
the answer
Yeah.
is. And that is also, by the way, is true for Mid-Journey. If you want to write a really good prompt for Mid-Journey, you're going to have to spend time to actually not say, draw me a girl on a nice sunny day. You know, I mean, that's what typically happens, right? You know,
No, but once they start, especially if they're using ChatGPT, once they start prompting, and you could develop it more, feeding emotions in it, tone, the color of words that do you want to use. So
the angle of the camera,
angle,
the lens setting, even.
So
I mean,
you can do so much.
Yeah.
Then you can start priming the system for what are you doing. For us, is we're writing articles and we want it in that shape, in that character.
Right.
So there's, and still we are about 5%, 10% maybe that what ChatGPT can do.
Well, actually, I think that what it can do is actually pretty amazing.
Yeah.
What people are doing it for, no, yeah, you're right. That's probably underusing its capability.
Yeah, but it's they have I don't know who's doing the campaign, but they have an ad going on in Google and YouTube where they say people are doing AI.
People over 40 using
Yeah,
it.
and they use it like Google, but it's true. They're really using it as Google. For
You feel like they're
information.
talking to the commercials, talking directly to you.
Right.
I was feel hurt. It did, and then I skipped.
You know what? The one I hate the most is the one that whispers, people.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it so much. Jesus.
No, but there's so much you can do with AI today,
Yeah.
and we're still beginning.
Yeah, we're beginning
Beginning
to
the
understand.
AI
Everybody's
journey,
starting to
yeah.
learn how to use
Yeah.
it, and
But-
that's what it's kind of like desktop publishing.
Yeah.
Any of the technologies that were disruptive, we have to learn how to use it. But it's beyond that, because if you think about it, it is the ultimate goal is artificial general intelligence. Lo que nos llama trabajo un gente. Make a real human being and a replacement for it. And that is what everyone, Mark Zuckerberg calls it human superintelligence.
Yeah.
You know, everybody has a different name for it, but the ultimate goal is replacing human beings.
Yeah.
And people don't want to hear that. But that is the ultimate. That's what Silicon Valley. That's why they spent $500 billion investing in AI last year.
But I don't see it as a issue. Before Henry Ford and his
Model T Ford.
Model T Ford on the line,
Yeah.
and everybody was working. Then came the bots. So now you can make a vehicle with robots, of armed robots. So it's just
All the CEOs who are visiting China right now are coming back scared because China is so far ahead using robot assembly
yeah,
that they know everyone is cooked.
yeah,
And if we are indeed moving into electrical vehicles, which
Yep.
we are,
Yep.
China is so far ahead of everybody else, the rest of the industries are going to
You
fall
can see
behind.
it here clearly because most of the electric car vehicles you have, they're all from China.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
All from China, it's Volta, everyone.
and everybody is choosing it. There's an economic,
Right.
The economic price
Yeah.
is
yeah, yeah.
but everybody's choosing to go EV,
Right, right.
and it's going slowly, but it's going.
But it's going, yeah, exactly.
So
yeah.
I think Holland, in the Netherlands, they came with a law. In a certain year, they won't sell any more gas or diesel.
Right. 2035 or whatever.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes.
So I think that will reach Aruba
Sooner or later.
sooner or later. Yeah.
yeah.
But you have 5 startups. What can Aruba do to be part of that revolution? To be part of the AI business model? Like we're sitting here, and I want to do something.
Well, I think that the number one thing that I see, okay, so let's go back. I had a software startup. I had a media startup.
Yeah.
You guys are running a broad media company. We often want better, more efficient solutions for our own business
Yeah.
so we can be more productive and make more money. That's bottom
That-
line. What
that's
it's
the
all
bottom
about,
line, yeah,
right? That's
sure.
what the bottom line is. When I was developing my software product for a company called Atelier Systems, it was CRM, right?
Yeah.
I was completely held hostage by the programmers, the coders,
Yeah.
right? So now you've got Claude. Claude is the number one coding assistant out
Okay.
there, okay? It's 31% of Claude's users are, 31% of Claude usage is coding. That is where I see Aruba being able to participate quickly because to me, soon, like in the dot-com boom, we had 1.3 million websites by 2001.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you would get everybody needs a website.
Yeah.
Well, how about apps?
Yeah.
Everybody's
Now
going
it's
to have
apps.
everybody's going to have an app.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, we've got 3.5 billion knowledge workers worldwide, right? 3.5 billion. If the 10% holds, that means 350 million are right now using ChatGPT. If we get even 3 times that penetration,
Yeah.
we suddenly have 1 billion people using all these
Really?
chat bots. Why wouldn't 10% of them create an app?
Yeah.
You have 100 million apps.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Just as well because
See what I'm saying? And it'll be apps.
the
See, what
whole-
I recommend is everybody knows your industry.
Yeah.
You know your broadcasting industry.
Yeah.
You should develop a vertical solution within your broadcasting industry that leverages your expertise. And you know what the pain points are. You can't get the news out fast enough. You can't get people to pay attention. You can't get advertising to, sponsor you without, real metric data.
Yeah.
All of these things that you know are big
Yeah, important,
obstacles
yeah.
to growing. So I look at it this way. If you want to be Aruba, you want to be ahead, I think the number one opportunity is in creating new applications for vertical markets that
Okay.
leverage Aruba's expertise. That's one. The other thing is we need better customer experience all around.
Yeah.
All around. So what can we do with AI to improve the customer experience?
Yeah.
You know as well as I do, if you use a piece of software, everybody hides their customer service email address.
Yeah.
They don't.
Yeah.
You don't want to talk. They don't
Yeah.
want to talk to you. They don't want you to call them. And I hold up, a package. I say, look, see this bottle of ketchup? It has an 800 toll-free number in the
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
This is for a dose fluorine product.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
And you are selling me $200 a month subscription, but you don't want us to get in touch with you.
Yeah.
These are the pain points we can solve. This is what we need to solve, and I think it's already happening.
Yeah, you see many companies starting using it.
Yeah.
You
But,
have a problem, go even with, for example, Amazon. You have a problem. Instead of chatting with a person, you're gonna chat with a bot.
Yeah.
The whole first, usually just you ask me your name, blah, and
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's better than not for discriminating, but it's better to talk with someone in India.
Yeah.
I had a problem. I used to work in the wind farm industry, and with technical, I need to call India.
You
Yeah.
need. You
But
need
it's still like that. So no way.
Yeah. So, but Aruba's trying to develop some economic pillar apart from tourism.
right.
And we have written a lot of fintech and all those fancy words and buzzwords and everything. And the Minister of Economics believe in fintech and all those. 99.99% of Aruba don't know what fintech is.
Right.
But they heard of cryptocurrency or Bitcoin.
Right,
They
yeah,
heard
they all
of
know
something, but they
Bitcoin,
know
right.
they don't know how it works.
They saw a video on Facebook about it.
Yeah,
Right.
we are YouTube experts, so
Yeah,
we
yeah.
do that too.
Yeah.
But I think having someone understanding the business of AI would help Aruba develop something. We really need a second economic portfolio because if right now we have tension with Venezuela, if something happens, the planes won't come to Aruba and we are screwed again.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
yeah.
we just came out of COVID, so
Yeah.
we know what's going to happen.
Right.
Yet the urgency is not there.
Yeah. Well,
So-
again, like I made that joke earlier,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
what does AI stand for,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Well, I mean, it may start as a joke, but that's the way I would do it. Aruba into AI is Aruba intelligence. AI is
yeah.
Aruba island. Whatever you want to do,
Yeah.
it is a way to start signaling to the rest of the world. We are seriously thinking about this.
Yeah.
And who's the chief innovation officer now of Aruba? Who has replaced that lady that now lives in New
Chief
York?
Innovation Officer.
For a while, it was Miss Cruz. What was her first name? Anyway, this is the job
Evelyn-
of
Evelyn Cruz?
no, Evelyn Cruz is
not
the
the
prime
Prime
minister.
Minister.
No. She
No,
was.
no. I don't know who is the Chief Innovation Officer right now. But innovation is also a word.
Aruba tourism.
Innovation is also a word in Aruba used freely.
Freely, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's true for just about everybody,
Yeah.
right? Everyone says, "Oh, this is innovation," and then all it is an incremental increase,
Yeah,
right?
so it's
not
used-
that.
used-
Verily Cruz was the chief innovation.
Okay.
And when I came in 2019, she bought my book. So, but the thing about it is that, you need to be aggressive. Like I tell, for example, I'm based in Las Vegas. Las Vegas, all of the venture capitalists, you meet them and you can tell right away they're going to, let me see if you can do another AI for me, or let me see if you can do another fintech startup for me,
Yeah.
or let me see. I'm just saying that's not where you want to be. Where you want to be is where there is nobody. So when I mentioned, for example, that customer experience thing, what we really need is 1,000 design studios that specialize in user interface design. This
Yeah.
would be a wonderful job for Aruba.
Really? Yes.
Aruba should be able to do this. And it doesn't require massive amount of engineering talent, but it does remember an organized, strategic
Yeah.
initiative that says, all software sucks. Come to Aruba Intelligence. We are the human interface designers for the rest of the world. The minute you do that, you're starting to message to everybody, and people start thinking about you
you start to
differently.
create a brand
People start to,
already.
oh my God. Someone in Venezuela says, hey, my God, did you see what Aruba's doing?
Yeah.
We need to be there.
I need to be there.
We need to be there.
Yeah,
Yes,
we need to be there as investment opportunity, but job hunting.
Job hunting.
Everybody.
But it's very specific, and the other thing was that we know it's a huge need because software sucks. All of it is terrible. They're all working differently. No one talks to one another. You can. if you want to take your list from your contact manager and put it on Facebook, you got to export it in .csv. Do you know what year .csv was invented? 1968 by IBM.
Yeah.
1968 technology that we're still asking people in every office in the world
Use this.
to use this to export your data from one app to the other.
Yeah, that's
It's
the only app.
insane.
Yeah, yeah.
So these are the things that you can attack. And again, people say, Michael, innovation is different. You don't have to be Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs didn't come up with the
I read that
original
book, yeah.
iPod.
Yeah.
He came with a better music player than creative computing did in Singapore. Okay? He didn't come up with the first touch screen smartphone. No, that was Nokia.
Yeah.
But what he did is he put it all together. He made it a great customer
He
experience.
was a great manager.
Yeah, and he was a control freak.
Yeah.
Which
I want this.
He's a great salesperson as well.
I want this and this and this. I don't care how you do it, but
just
I
make-
want.
I want it.
Yeah.
You have about 1 year to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, and you know, someone, in fact, I just saw a Twitter thread just this morning that talked about the fact, okay, let's stop calling him a genius because he did not, you know, there were a lot of big holes in the company. There were a lot of software products that were very bad and poorly done, et cetera, et cetera.
He did great things.
He did great things,
Genius.
and he was a, you know, I can say it, but he was an asshole, and everyone
Yeah.
knows
I think
it. He's an
everyone knows he
asshole,
was an
and you know, he secretly ate cheeseburgers, even though he told everybody he was vegan. I mean, you know, that kind of stuff. I have the inside scoop. I was in Silicon Valley, but what I say to people is, you don't have to say, I have to invent the next iPhone or I have to invent the next AI product. What you need to say is, what is missing today?
Yeah.
What can people not do? And when you come down to it, most people cannot do the simplest of shit.
Yeah.
Okay? We cannot even center a letter on a letterhead when we print. We cannot even attach a PDF to an email. I mean, this is how basic our needs are. So when you think about the applications you could be creating today, is, for example, let's call the product Influence Sphere.
Yeah.
And it goes out and it gathers all your social media contacts, puts it in one list, and makes it easy for you to do a reach out across email, whatever channel.
Yeah.
You think you can do that today? Do you know that there's almost 16,000 digital marketing applications? And how long did that take? More than 40 years. In 1994, we got the first banner, right? The first banner. That was the beginning of digital marketing, online advertising. It's now 2025, okay? It is almost 40 years later. We got 16,000 applications. These 16,000 applications all look alike. You know, they're all CRM, this and that. You look at them, your eyes glaze over, you have no idea what one does better than the other. Now you have AI. We have
it's just a different paint job.
40,000 applications in just 3 years.
Yeah.
40,000 AI apps in just, and like I tell you, we're going to the 1 billion, okay? I'm going to guarantee you we're going to 1 billion. Everything will be solved. Jump on the bandwagon now.
Yeah.
Get on it.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's what I recommend.
It brings me to the next question.
Yes.
I have a question as well.
Yeah.
Like many people, I know that like many people that are against AI. If you have a phone, you're using AI without you even knowing it.
But
Yes.
they're
If you
not,
take an example, like say a Samsung or the new iPhone, when you take a picture,
Right.
yeah.
it has the AI software that automatically makes picture more.
Right. Better.
All the
But
filters,
better.
all the
But
filters
that's
are
AI.
That's AI, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But
if you're against AI, you have an iPhone,
Yeah.
any phone,
Yeah.
you're using it without.
Yeah, but they're not against AI. They're against the image that was projected from AI.
Yeah, they're afraid of that job
Yeah,
loss.
yeah.
That's the big thing that everyone is afraid of. And I call that trend the rise of the machine workforce. And unfortunately, and this is why I tell everybody, look, the reason I tell you to get ready is that it's already happening.
Yeah.
Okay? We talked about this yesterday. Microsoft already laid off 15,000 employees in May and June. They said they saved $500 million using AI. $500 million. They let 15,000 people go, including engineers and customer service. The things we're talking about right now. You need more customer service. You need better applications. They let those two people go. But that tells you look, the game is afoot, okay? Amazon employs almost more robots than human beings.
Yeah.
That is, if you think about that for a minute, you mean there's more bots at Amazon within the next 6 months than there's people working for the company? That tells you
But
something.
it's a logical transition.
It is a logical transition, but the people who are afraid
no healthcare,
doesn't call in sick,
no calling sick,
doesn't
production.
doesn't want to have a corner office.
You know, it's a in a business point of view, it's a logical transition, and everybody is in a business to make money.
Right.
So
well, and that's why I'm launching this AI CEO
Okay.
because you're going to have a lot of people saying to me, "Oh, Michael, is that really possible?" But we already seen it happen.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw in May, Klarna 1 week said we're going to have an avatar take analyst call questions on their earnings report call for financial analysts. Within a week, Eric Yuan, the CEO of Zoom, did the same thing. The trend is already starting. Now, both of those are not domestic people.
Yeah.
The one is Chinese, the other guy is Swedish.
Yeah.
All of that change, the disruption is coming from the edge.
Yeah.
Because American CEOs won't do it because they're too conservative.
Yeah.
And in America, we don't change that quickly, really, believe it or not. So the change is coming from abroad. Albania just appointed the first AI minister. Okay, who cares about Albania? I just say to you, look, the game is afoot.
Yeah.
Things are happening. And what will happen is this. One day, one analyst will say, I noticed that these 20 companies, and it's an alcohol company from Poland, it's a Chinese robot company, are using AI, and their bottom line is better than the companies that have a real life CEO. Then suddenly people will say, oh, maybe we should have an AI CEO.
Yes.
And it'll start first as co-CEO. Because right now, that's a trend, right? A lot of companies are getting a co-CEO because that one CEO can't do the job. So they need to have another person to help, right? And that other person eventually will be an AI.
Yeah.
And the analysts will demand it because the results are going to be better. So when you see these things already happening at the edge, you're going to say, all I can say to you is, look, it's a matter of time. So the dream, perhaps, is not for you to be the guy that's in charge of your big company and then be replaced by a CEO. What I'm saying to you is, you're running a company.
Yeah.
What you want to be is, you want to be the, I don't know if you heard Sam Altman say that one day we're going to have a one-person, $1 billion valuation company.
One person.
One person. One person, 1 billion.
I
So
wanna be
that's
that
called a unicorn.
Yeah.
That is what everybody is dreaming about. One person, $1 billion company. And that is why I think if you want to stay ahead of the game, that is your goal.
Yeah.
That is what you need to be thinking about,
And
right?
from our conversation yesterday, you believe that that person already exists right now, right?
It's the tools are not there yet.
The tools.
Remember, we're still dealing with .csv. We are still dealing with archaic tools, okay? Yes, prompting is really easy and it does a lot of stuff, but you still need to, for example, if you go coding, you still need to have the website where people sign up for your program. And when I tested these chatbots that could code, the first thing that failed was all the instituting all of the logics, like preventing a spammer from signing up. All of that stuff failed. That's where all the mistakes started to happen. So we still have huge opportunities in this market, right?
But how much time will it take to reach that point?
Look.
We're not talking decades anymore.
So the biggest problem for AI, and this is what most people are scared of, is agentic. So the agent that goes and does everything by itself. Right now, by one measure, the company's called Meter, M-E-T-R, they see that agent technology is doubling in performance every 7 months. Okay, so what that means that we're about a couple of years away from an agent being able to work independently for a whole week. So you come in the office on Monday, you say, here's my agent. My agent is going to run all my podcasting, all my publishing, all my this, and then you come back on Friday to make sure everything was done correctly, and it did it. It worked all week. This is what we're going towards.
And speaking of it, because I remember I saw a Netflix documentary about AI and Bill Gates, and they mentioned something about the dangers if AI can become self-aware.
Right. Well, that's singularity. So when you talked about Skynet, Skynet is singularity. It was a book that was written in early 90s by a gentleman who described this whole process of singularity, which is where the machine becomes
self-aware.
It becomes a RoboCop or whatever you want to call it, right?
He's like, you're made of flesh, I'm made of metal, I'm stronger than you.
The first manifestation, and again, I show people, look, in 2018 in Dallas, the police killed this man using basically the beginnings of a RoboCop. It was crude. It was certainly not something you would see in an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, but
it's a start.
It's the start, and that's how it starts. That's how it starts. So, we're going to get there. I mean, the investments that are pouring into the market are staggering.
Huge.
Staggering. And there is so much money sloshing around, but there is no real funnel because, as you can imagine, everybody is me too. Me too. Me too robot. Me too, chatbot. Me too. No, that's not what you want to do. You want to think outside the box. You want to say, hey, you know what? This is what nobody's doing. Like, for example, the example I just gave you about, why do we don't have a lingua franca for digital marketing? Why can't I just take, and I know why, because in Silicon Valley, if you make it too easy to leave a product by having the ability to exchange data simply, then I don't think you have what they call, fortification against my investment, suddenly going away and going to another company. That is the thinking we need to kill. So that's why Aruba is perfectly positioned to do that crazy thing that nobody else is doing, which is, think outside the box. Do not think like Silicon Valley. Do something that they are not doing.
I had a question.
Innovate.
I had a question for you. With AI, I think there's a small percentage of people that is learning a lot about AI and coding and everything. But does AI make people smarter?
No, it's making people dumber.
It's making people dumber.
Well, look, when the smartphone came, you already can't remember mama's number.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
You cannot even find the way to Palm Beach anymore because you're just using
Google
maps.
Maps.
Get out your house.
But the reason why we do that is convenience. I just told my my sister-in-law, I said, look, she said, oh, it's taking me all over we were looking for Venezuela Strat today, right? Venezuela Strat. She said, oh, I could have shortcut. I says, that's not the point. What I like about it is I don't have to think. To your point.
People are lazy. Natural.
Well, it's not just lazy.
Not lazy. Convenient.
We're multitasking. We're actually catching up on our email. Let the car drive by itself, which is why we want full self-driving.
But then we
vehicles.
also have an AI to go through all our emails. Okay, well, this report, this report.
Exactly. And that's beginning. Everyone is working on that. So, again. So much excitement. To me, we're the beginning of the Wild West. And there's going to be a lot of gold in them dar hills, as they used to say in the old days, right? And so for you to be at that beginning and say, hey, what is missing out there? What can I do that and I have half a dozen ideas of things I see every day that I'm struggling with. And I don't understand why these 16,000 people that are doing digital marketing are not doing this. And by the way, this was the most interesting thing. These are people that came up in the 90s. These are considered to be the avant-garde. At one point, they were the avant-garde of the market. But if you go look at who are the top marketing AI players, it's not Salesforce. It's not MailChimp. It's not anyone you know. They're all new. They're all new players. There was actually an article last summer by A16Z, which is Andreessen Horowitz, the leading venture capitalist, and I looked at their table of, they have all these logos pasted together in this little, mosaic. I looked at it and I couldn't see one single logo of a company I recognize. I come out of that market, so I am really attuned to it, right? Salesforce, all these people that should be there, should be doing things. They're not, because their hands are tied. Minoke risk killing my revenue stream by disrupting my own business. Minoke kibra minis business. And that is what you need to do. You know how the IBM PC...
Like I said, you have to adapt to what's already here.
So for example, in my book, one of the things I write about is why do large companies not do what IBM did in 1981? They gave Philip Estridge a mandate. You need to build a new IBM personal computer. They put him in Boca Raton, Florida, far away from Armonk, which is the headquarters of IBM, right? In New York, upstate New York. He, in 18 months, produced the IBM PC. 18 months. It dominated the market until they sold it to Lenovo in 2003 for scraps. Okay? IBM, when Apple welcomed IBM to the market with an ad in the Wall Street Journal in 1985. They said, welcome, 1983. Welcome seriously, IBM. In 1985, the Mac was a $1 billion business. IBM was a $50 million business. Now Apple is a $400 billion business, and IBM is barely more than 50. So you can see disruption all around. Look what ChatGPT did with Google. Google had to reinvent its search business. It came up with AI interviews. Overviews. 2 billion people use that now every day. They have already admitted that the web as we know it is dying. They didn't say that in a press release. They said that in a lawsuit. In a lawsuit, they admitted that their core business is dying. And they are the biggest advertising generator right now. But that's because all these merchants are still thinking about, are people clicking on these blue links? Are they seeing my ad? No, they're not. Now 2 billion people are using AI overviews. They don't click on any links. They're not going
click the skip ads. That's the only thing.
Exactly. So, disruption all around. And this is the opportunity. So I see this as exciting times to think about how you can use it to get an unfair advantage. Right?
We're the gold rush era again.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And look at how many peoples were established in those days. Levi's for overalls, right? That became the blue jean revolution by the 1960s. And, but Levi's lost its way. The Gap lost its way. These were all companies that were really powerful brands and Volkswagen, when the hippies were reigning supreme in the early 70s. They're all been replaced. And soon everybody that's now a major player, including Tesla, is going to be replaced. It'll be Geely, it'll be all these Chinese brands, and you see it here in Aruba. I see all Chinese brands everywhere.
So
scary.
We don't need to learn Chinese or Mandarin.
No,
but we need the AI that can.
Your AI will handle that for you.
We handle that because the business is over there.
The business is over there, but what is happening right now is that Xi Jinping is not a kosher person to deal with. Okay, he's repressing all Chinese, and I, being Chinese, I hate China. Okay, I do not like people being forced to not comment or say anything negative about the country, or having the Uyghurs being completely downtrodden and in labor prison camps like the Nazis, literally, is what's happening in China today. that cannot end well. From where I sit, that cannot end well. Something is going to happen at some point in time, you know, because, you know, I don't care how many soldiers he has. There's still 1.3 billion Chinese, and if they decide one day to wake up,
you won't stop them.
his 5 million army is going to, they're going to be...
But then you will switch. You have the armies are going to switch over back. So many are there because they have to.
What do you mean arms are going to switch over?
When you have the billions of people that say they rise against the government, you have people that in the government are going to switch over back to the
they take
the
advantage.
civilian side. Way to say it.
Yeah, well,
Yes, that's how it always works.
that's what I was. Well, you know, you had the French Revolution. That was the proletariat overthrowing the rich.
Yeah.
In America, we have severe wealth income inequality. You know, the billionaires are running the show, and they are getting more tax breaks. And Americans, you know, they're now. In the old days, it was 30 to 1 what a CEO made to an average worker. Now it's over 300 to 1. You can't have that going on for a long time. And then on top of that, this is why I say disruption is coming big time, because now you've got AI, and if AI, even if it throws, if the 45 million number is way wrong, it throws 10 million people on the street in 5 years, that is going to cause havoc all around.
Yeah, sure.
All around. So when you have 10 million hungry people roving the streets because they have no job and they see Mr.
Jason
Yeah.
with $1 billion. we will be
Fully
visiting.
integrated
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
We will be visiting
And
Mr.
Omar with
Jason.
2 billion.
We will be visiting Jason for tax collect for the people.
Oh no, you want no. The person behind me is Omar.
Oh, that's right. You hide behind it. But you know, so you've got Musk, you've got Bezos, you've got all these people that are so filthy rich, and yet at the same time we have the poorest people on earth.
Extreme
sometimes.
poverty,
Extreme poverty.
Yeah.
And now they want to cut all their health care. They want to gut the government. You know, the writing is on the wall. Because when AI comes about as it is right now, you know, technology will be the first people, right? Because the technologists are the people that say, okay, we love AI, we love technology. So they're the first one. You can see them, outliers. They're starting to lay off people. Then it spreads. You know, if the Ford guy says that 50% of the white-collar force is going to lose its job, then, you know, oh my God, now it's getting into the mainstream.
Yeah.
So get ready, sir. Get ready. Make sure you know how to prompt.
Yeah.
Make sure you know how to use the latest AI tools. Make sure you know how to create AI influencers and be on top of that $33 billion social media influencer wave and be in charge of your future.
It was a time that educated people know how to use Excel.
Right.
All right. And we did, but
Jason is laughing.
what we did is our daughters, our son,
Right.
you need to learn Excel.
Right.
You have to be better than me, so we do the Excel.
Right.
By the time they reach a certain age, it was oblivious. It was gone.
Yeah. Right.
Nearly nobody is using
No one is using Excel.
Excel. It still have a space.
It still has a place.
Yes,
It still has a
but
place.
not that important like it used to be when we were in that category.
Yeah, because
You know,
what
the space is to import and export CSV files.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I
Well-
think that intelligence spreadsheets are writing on the wall right now,
Yeah.
and they're going to come about by saying, hey, you know what? Why do I have to figure out what a formula is?
Yeah.
Why do I have to put
Yeah.
together a
Of course, yeah.
matrix? Why do I have to build a spreadsheet with 13 columns when you do this every day for everybody else? Why can't you just do it for me
Do it,
automatically?
yeah, of
You know,
course.
so
But-
that is coming.
But what I wanna point out is prompting and priming and working with ChatGPT like most people are doing right now. It feels like technology. It feels like the future right now. But for our kids,
Right.
it will be something they need to learn in kindergarten, I think.
They need to learn and get it
Yeah,
right,
because
right, right.
by the time they reach certain age, maybe it's not it's present, but not in a way that we are.
Well, the teachers are panicking because
Yes.
they know that all the kids are,
There's a-
cheating with ChatGPT, right?
Not only that. My daughter went to school in Aruba and in physics and math.
Mm-hmm.
You have YouTube classes that give you a better education than
Right,
the teachers.
right,
And
right,
then
right.
she found out that she can work in ChatGPT.
Mm-hmm.
So now she is asking ChatGPT to make an exam,
Right.
a trial exam, so
Right.
she can test herself. And that.
Mm-hmm.
So why go to school?
Well, I go to school. Yeah, that's it, and that's the
Why-
thing.
why-
So when you ask me, what will AI do to us? It'll make us dumber.
And maybe dumber.
It'll make us dumber.
Yeah. But it's the same.
And that's already
Yeah,
happening.
but
okay.
the calculator did the same thing.
Look at what's happening with the disinformation surge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's all scams, right? People are scamming each other left, right. So I was on Univision and I said, to the audience, because they are aged people, Spanish-speaking people. They're the number one target
Yeah.
for scams.
Mm.
And I said to them, do not click on links. Do not, all the basic
Yeah,
stuff.
well,
Teach
yeah.
your
But,
teach your
This
elders.
is very important. You
Yeah.
should listen.
Yeah.
We did
That's what I had to.
we did an article. We did an article I think last week, and it's obviously you won't do that.
Right.
No, but we have to still write the article. Don't do this.
Right.
Change your password.
Change your
Basic things, but people are not doing that.
They're not doing it.
And it's you're not. If you have your personal computer and you want to do whatever you want, it's your
Right,
personal
right.
computer. But when it's a corporate computer, if they get in your computer, they have the network, they have everything.
They have
so
all the computers.
The Chinese have all our data already.
Yeah,
The Chinese have all our data. They have already infiltrated us over and over and over again.
I keep send money, but
Yeah,
message
yeah.
isn't reaching.
They have matched up all TikTok users
Mm-hmm.
with Americans. They know exactly what you do. They know all your habits. They know what you like cooking wise. They know everything.
Yeah, but people think that
CapCut.
What-
CapCut is
yeah.
so popular.
Yeah.
I refuse to give them my information
Yeah.
because I know, hey, Xi Jinping, you don't need to know more about Michael Tchong.
But
Okay?
the thing is, people think, well, we live in Aruba, it's far away from everything. If they know what I buy in Superfood or Do It Center, what does it does matter.
It does matter.
It
right?
does
Yeah.
matter because everything you buy, everything you do in business, everything, analytics is
Well, and
guiding
the other
everything.
thing is that they're using a worm. So what they do is when they hack into you, they are getting all your friends' email
Yes.
addresses, and then
Yeah.
they hack into them.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, like it's the network effect.
Yeah.
Before you know it, they're in Donald Trump's email.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it is.
Yeah,
We're
but-
all connected,
Yeah,
right?
and explaining people like that is explaining how COVID began
Right, right.
and how it went through the world.
Yeah,
Everybody was, it was in China, so far away.
right.
And a couple of months, it was over here.
Yeah.
So, like I said, the information, once they get you, they got your contacts, and their contacts, and their contacts. So,
And they're already using both AI video.
yes.
So they can make even better scams than ever before. You're going to have, they're going to be using Sora because, they got an image
Yes.
of someone and they're going to create a bot and that person is going to call
Instead
you
of
and say,
getting-
Yeah.
Omar,
Yeah.
I need money. Send me
Send
money
me
right
money,
now.
send me
I
money."
am your cousin. Remember me? And then
Yeah.
you say, oh my God, really? It looks like him, and then, okay.
sounds like him.
It
It
sounds
looks
like
like
him,
him.
yeah.
Yeah, the
exactly.
scary thing when they use the image of your family members,
Right,
close family
right,
members.
right,
Yeah.
right, right,
That's
right,
scary.
right. Yeah.
But
yeah.
then again, you have people that fall for the emails you got. There's a Prince of Nigeria.
Yeah.
But there's still people
They
falling for
said that you're gonna get
Okay.
a video call for the Prince of Nigeria. Hey, you remember me?
But they're still falling for those scams right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So-
isn't it amazing? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the scary thing. We're getting a reasoning recession, which is the trend I call, where 45% of America votes for a con artist.
Yeah.
You know, it's unbelievable that we should be doing this, but we are. And I can only think that AI is unfortunately going to accelerate the process of people falling victim for scams because they're going to get so damn good at it.
Yeah.
And they're using, you know, it sounds just like, Padrino Yamami, minta sa notabo, no? But so it sounds just like Padrino, no?
And that's one thing that we are confronted right now in Aruba is the fake news.
Right, right.
And it's getting better, the fake news. So what educated people say, well, I won't believe anything.
Yeah,
because
no.
it could be fake.
Well, and that's with the video. The video is going to make it so that you will not trust anything.
Yeah.
You know,
And we
you
are.
know, you know what the first thing that happened after Sora 2 was introduced last week? The watermark removers were introduced. The first tools to ship was to strip it so that you didn't know that that was fake.
Yeah.
That tells you something.
Yeah.
You know? So anyway, like I said, Wild West ahead. Crazy times.
That's it. What are you?
I will just what we want in Aruba is develop something.
Right.
Because we're only having tourism already, and it's doing great. It's doing good, but still, we need a second, we need a third, we need a fourth. But why I don't understand is, like you said, thinking outside the box, and not thinking mainstream businesses, but thinking what can we do?
Yeah, and again, like I said, leverage the expertise that you have.
Yeah.
You know, create those vertical market segments because you're not going to have that much competition in there.
Yeah.
You know, custom chat GPTs that do AWEMainta.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned to you, and you said, okay, it's already there. But fine,
Yeah,
then let's do it better then. Let's
Yeah.
do one that does law, for
Yeah.
example.
Yeah.
Okay? How about accounting in AWEMainta?
Yeah.
Everybody would need
Yeah,
some
so-
financial
A lot of people will
education,
lose
right?
their
Yeah, they need it. They need it. So again, that's how I look at it. Take a pain point and fix it.
Yeah.
And there's so many. You know, I need to do the laundry. I need to go pick up the kids. And there's so many pain points. I say, there's got to be opportunities for you to develop a business around that. You know, and we have so many entrepreneurs in Aruba. Everybody's got a snack shop. Everybody's selling pastiches, right? And I hear they're making a lot of money.
They're doing good, yeah.
And I'm thinking, okay,
Yeah,
so
but,
they're making a lot.
people love to eat in Aruba, so
Yeah.
Eat and drink.
Eat and drink.
What not going to do is obesity, health, heart problems, and diabetes.
yes.
The other side is not.
The other side
great,
is not pretty. Yes.
but the
yes,
business.
Yeah.
no, but they're also gonna make a winner.
Yeah, we can do something about
We eat
that.
junk food and we go to them to the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a problem in my heart. Oh, come to me.
Michael, the producer Jason is kicking us out.
Yeah, you told me you have to leave at 5, right?
Yeah, no, we've already run over. It's good. Whatever you feel like you need to know. Or,
Well, we're live, so we can.
Yeah.
We don't have anything. No. Talking about AI is scary for some people.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
especially,
You gotta embrace it.
but especially talking AI with stupid people.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem
That's
we
the
have in
biggest problem,
Aruba
yeah.
because they, like us,
Right.
they see a couple of YouTube videos and they become expert in AI.
Right.
So the information they're bringing over is not the most accurate one.
It's not the most accurate one.
Yeah.
Right.
So
right. that's
the biggest issue in Aruba right now. People want to learn, but they don't want to learn for charlatans.
Right,
We have
right.
a couple of them
Yeah.
making money.
Yeah.
They're doing great.
Yeah,
They're selling.
Well, they're the people that jumped on the trend first, right?
Yeah,
so they,
sure.
Hey, and you can teach many people because you're doing a workshop in December.
Right, I'm doing the workshop December 10th. Right. And it's
Over here?
no, it's going to be online.
Online,
so you
okay.
can take it. It's going to be live seminar with chat.
Yeah,
So you'll be able to
for
ask me
sure.
questions and send me feedback.
Yeah,
And I will be handing out an AI CEO playbook where I will put all those system prompts I talked about. You know, I just can't have them all, but we certainly can have one like write a good strategy for my business. Where I am at this point. How do I get? How do I improve my business? These are strategic uses of AI, and then a good mid-journey prompt, and things that. Good imagery, because to me that AI influencer trend is what I want a lot of people in Aruba to focus on. Okay, so that is an industry that would be explosive, right? And you've got that Miss van der Velden from Curacao doing this, so why can't you, the Aruba, hasi algo
Do
ding
something about it,
business aqui, And we all know we want to be YouTubers. I asked my niece just a couple of nights ago, what do you want to grow up what do you want to do when you grow up? And she said, I don't know, I haven't made up my mind. I said, the first thing you say is, I want to be a YouTuber. I'm giving her direction. I'm making her think, because she hadn't thought about it. And then I said, you like to, Taisha, you're the oldest, you like to do puzzles. Put up YouTube videos of you puzzling. It may seem inconsequential, but in 6 weeks, you'll probably have 10,000 followers. Because there are people on YouTube that do every conceivable little thing. It's such a niche market. Look at the kid that's making 20 million a year. All he did is, I'm going to assemble toys. I mean, and I'm thinking, holy cow, I wish I had thought of that.
The problem for Aruba is that we still are in a cave.
We have the caveman mentality.
We can get paid.
The more proper, the island mentality.
We can get paid internationally.
Well, why don't we start a business right now? Jason, Omar, you and I, we're going to start an AI influencer studio right here in Aruba right now, this moment. And we're going to put together the best of breed technologies and tools. And we're going to create. So I told you, on December 10th, I'm going to plan to show my attendees my AI influencer, okay? And I'm using that AI influencer in a huge project that most people will say, Buta bebe mucho, Michael. Bom por hasi say. That's exactly how I want you to think. Because that's how you need to be out of the box. Because when people say it can't be done, that's when I like the challenge. I mean, that means that no one else is thinking, right? Because they all think it can't be done.
Well, I'll prove you wrong.
Right. So, can three guys here on, a block away from the stadium create an AI influencer studio? Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
It's a perfect one, because this whole place is going to convert into a studio very soon.
And it's like I said, it's a $33 billion industry. It is the fastest growing marketing. Traditional advertising is completely flat. It is not growing. All of it is going into that market. But those people are going to be under huge pressure when you've got an AI influencer who can perform as well or maybe even better than their real counterparts. Okay, and we already have so many examples of them already. So the tools are getting better. It'll be easier for you to create them and make them convincing and make them look real and talk about topics that care. One of the things that we all wish is, I tell everybody, I wish I could clone myself. So of course, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a clone of myself so that I can pour out 10 videos a week. Just give it a script. I do not need to record anymore. That, as you well know, look at all this stuff. It's too much
money.
work. The audio don't work. I can't go live. The website is not on. Whatever.
Each of this camera are $1,000.
Wow! Right? Really?
On the cheap.
That's
because we have
because you have the the auto and focusing and all that.
They're all
that one we
AI.
got for free. Because we work directly with the company.
Oh, okay.
But if you want to buy another one, it's another $1,000.
Another $1,000.
But
Wow.
they're AI. They're the latest in AI camera, they're small, compact,
Yeah, yeah.
and everything.
And I know
So
what-
we are pushing it because otherwise I need to have 3 cameramen standing there.
Exactly.
Paying
And now
them.
look at that. That's
Yeah.
fantastic, isn't it?
Now
That's
Jason is
fantastic.
controlling it on.
I just have the touch screen, or
yeah,
I
yeah.
even put AI, then it can track people.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
wow.
we use it on sport events. We use it. You just said it. Okay, track these people, and it will track everything.
Well, all of that expertise
It's
is
automated.
not going away. You still need it.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, even my promise of AI influencer is not simple. There's a lot of tools required. There's a lot of work that needs to be put in. You need to learn a lot.
Yes.
Everybody
Yeah.
needs to learn a lot, and it's not trivial. Otherwise, everybody will be doing it.
No, but the thing that I think most people in Aruba is they want to learn Mid-Journey, but they want an app that can make Journey easier.
Right.
So they want to learn prompting, but
Right.
if I have an app that can prompt for me, so I don't
Well,
have
the
even to prompt.
ChatGPT can prompt for them.
Yeah. So
Chat- in
it's-
general, ChatGPT can write pretty decent Mid-Journey prompts.
yeah,
But there's still things
That-
that you
that-
need.
that
Yes, there is
percentage
that
that-
little, yes, yes.
to make you be
Yeah,
better,
make
different.
it better. Yeah.
I think that's the gap they're going to create new jobs.
Yes.
You have the expert that know how to prompt everything like yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a new
But
job
the-
career.
Yeah, but
That's a
that 20% that
Well, that
make it perfect or make it better.
yeah, prompt engineering is indeed a very, very exciting area, but I am concerned that indeed
Yeah.
the tools are going to be so good that they're going.
Yeah.
They're going to be obsolete.
They're
Yeah.
going to say
Yeah,
to
it's
you,
not like
"Hey,
a-
Jason,
Yeah.
that is a very nice prompt. Girl in the sunshine from
Yeah.
Aruba. That is not a good prompt," and then it writes a good prompt for you.
Yeah.
You know, what do you really want? You want
Yeah.
sunshine coming in. You want a 85 millimeter lens. You want,
Yeah.
and then it'll just craft that prompt for you. That is already happening. You can put a prompt into ChatGPT
Yeah.
for Midjourney, and it will write you a pretty decent prompt.
Yeah.
But I still am not happy with the results because I'm demanding. I'm like Steve Jobs, right?
Ah,
I want the best.
You
I want
have
the
to be.
best.
You have to. You
I
have
want the
to
best.
have that edge.
I want, yes.
But
you want the
complacent
edge.
is the killer of.
Right. So then there's new websites like Love Art, which is a startup from San Francisco that actually helps you create that look. We want that look. We want a very single look, right? So Love Art will do it, and they are with. They can do Sea Dream, which is the ByteDance. Unfortunately, Xi Jinping will have our email address. That is as better than Nano Banana, from what I've seen. Okay, and then of course there is Sea Dance, which is better than VO
Okay.
from the Chinese again.
Yeah.
This is where they're getting ahead of us. But I still hold out hope because when Sora 2 came around, now we stopped talking about Sea Dance.
Yeah.
Because that was good for a couple of months.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, like I said, so much excitement, so much fun. I love to be here. I think this is where we're going to see a huge amount of like I said, 2-3 years from now. Oh my God, what I've seen already. Will Smith video
Yeah.
from a
Yes.
year ago
Yes.
to what we're seeing now. Think
Yes.
about it. Wow, that's only like 16 months.
Yeah.
And it's already outstanding. And it has audio. Sora 2 has audio. Sora 1 did not have audio. That's a small component of videos.
And like we said,
really
like
important.
last year they did the preview for Sora.
Uh-huh.
It looked like a movie.
Yeah.
With audio with the puppies. They had the guy with the snowboard. Remember?
Right.
They showed just
and
showed
the
you 3
dogs
videos,
playing
yeah.
in the snow.
But
I mean,
it's it looks so real. Like if you really look at details, you can tell it's AI.
But if you see, if
But I
you
think
look at
the
CG,
average viewer won't
the
realize.
hands,
No, but
the
if-
hands are still a problem.
if you look at the early CGs in movies,
Right,
if you look like right now, that's
night
that's,
and day.
Yeah. That's so.
Yeah, we
antiquated.
laugh.
Oh,
Yeah,
but in those days it was so amazing.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
did they do that?
Except Terminator, it still looks fun.
Yeah,
Terminator is badass.
Probably Skynet, huh? Skynet's happening.
I will come back.
Yeah. Well, Michael,
Tawa-tabong, no?
yeah, you have an open invitation whenever you want, whenever you have time for
Whenever
us.
you're in Aruba, just visit
Yeah,
us.
we- we'll
I
be there.
am planning to come back in July, so I would be happy to sit down again, and
Yeah,
then
sure.
and then we'll be talking about VO3.
Yeah,
And we're talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
C-Dance 5.
Everything we
and
talk
then-
about today, like how improved.
Improve, yeah. No, but I think Aruba has an opportunity, like we talk about it, and as an island, as a business, to develop something that isn't existing right now, or we can do better. We have the technology, we have capacity of people that can.
And many people here are intrigued for AI because
Yeah,
I think the
but-
last business seminar they did here was completely about AI.
Right, right, right.
The E seminar.
Yeah, Aruba is we want to see Jason succeed, but not better than me.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's
But I'm
but
not-
that's a competitive
Yeah,
thing,
but
right?
I'm not gonna do the work that Jason wanna do.
Right.
But
right.
still, I want Jason to be not just a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's the mentality
That's
that we
the
have.
mentality,
Instead of
right,
Jason,
right.
how did you do it? Okay, I could do it. Hey, listen, I did something, and together create it and develop a
You have to work
business.
together.
Well, that's like marketers, right?
Yeah.
Marketers never want to share best practices because they don't want you to be as smart as them.
That's true.
Yeah.
We have the problem since we bought the newspaper. We use a lot of analytics.
Mm-hmm.
In each one, Jason sends a report with everything, numbers and percentage and how the business is growing. So we send to the customer, listen, we are doing great and this and that, and they discard it.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
they discard it because I don't know if the numbers are too complicated, or it's more from I'm friend with Jason, so I'm gonna help Jason instead of helping Michael with his analytics and everything. It's not good, but Jason is my friend.
I have a very, very old story for you.
Yeah.
You'll see exactly that same thing. You know, go into an advertiser. This is the old days, and you know they used to have cards in the back
Yeah.
for the ads, and
Yeah.
you would circle a number so
Yeah.
you would get more information
Yeah.
about that advertiser. I know this is old
Yeah.
old school stuff, but it was a perfect example. Visited this advertiser. He had demanded, why don't you have a bingo system? That's what they call it. Why don't you have a bingo system? And then he said, well, we just sent you the result. Where are they? Oh, is that what they were? And he fishes them out of the garbage pail.
Yeah. Simply
He
doesn't
had
understand.
insisted on getting
Yeah.
it. But once they get it,
Yeah.
they don't do anything with
They
it.
don't do it.
That's,
And you know, that's the hard thing because it's not just, you know, the search. You have to then send a personalized package of information to all these people. In those days, you have to do it by mail.
Yeah.
So that's hard work.
Yeah.
They don't want to do it,
Yeah.
but they do want the service.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's the biggest problem that we have, or not that we have. One of the problems that we have
Right.
is that our analytics, and we are pretty proud
Yeah.
of our numbers.
Yeah.
and our way that
Right,
we present it,
right,
and graphics and all the all the show, and I went over it, but it's more a personal thing, not I see, but business is not run personally. It's run by numbers.
Right.
and-
Yeah.
but
Well,
it is what it is,
That's what it is.
yes.
There's always that personal POV, right? That's
Yeah,
what they
yeah,
all want.
yeah.
Yeah.
But Michael, anything you do, keep us informed.
I will keep you informed.
Yeah, keep us in the loop, and we're so proud. We're so proud. to
Well,
have-
I was thinking maybe I should bring the AI CEO seminar here and do it in Aruba and
we
do it
will
personally.
gladly.
Yeah, if you can help me
Yeah.
Promote it or something.
Yeah, sure,
you
no
know,
problem.
we'll-
We will
We'll help you
gladly. The
with
thing is, Aruba wants it. There's 20%.
Aruba
Let me
needs
say,
it.
20% of Aruba that is
And
educated.
by the way, that's a research quintile. That's how we divide the audience into fifths, right? Approximate fifths. It's always exactly,
Yeah.
but you can see it in surveys. 42% say they want, play video games on their phone.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't tell me anything because that's the two quintiles that will always say they want to play video games anyway.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
But it's when 60% say it, or so. But that's a good way to project. So
Yeah.
we know, for example, that there are. I think the last time I looked at the numbers, there's about what was the number? It was about 8 million or 9 million professional managerial people in Aruba. So if you
Yeah.
take that 10%, that means that we could have 900,000 people that might be interested, and then you just
Yeah.
cut that market down.
Yeah.
You know, how many are actually doing it? How many people are actually interested in it? And that's how you do your
And
projections.
yeah, we
Yeah.
do it like that because when we are writing an article is for who for whom we are writing it.
Right.
Because it's becoming a personal thing. I
Right.
want to read that news in my time, whenever I want. You know, it's a personal touch.
Right.
And we are writing for specifically that crowd that is educated, that have a financial job of law,
right.
that have a degree and of course we write it in a way that everybody can read it.
Yes, of
But
course.
you
Yeah.
see on the
Yeah.
comments and everything that you didn't get it. You didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah,
didn't.
No, that's not you. You got it.
They just read the headlines and okay, they assume everything. They assume the rest.
Right.
Yeah. I just spoken to a doctor specialist, and he was well. I need more content in your article. I need more data. I need more.
I need bingo cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'm telling them, yeah, but if I make it so technically, the rest of Aruba can understand shit.
They're gonna lose it.
Yeah. So I have to have a balance.
Right.
for that, but-
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Well, it's a
bring it
pleasure.
to Aruba.
Thank you so much.
Bring it to Aruba.
I'll bring it to Aruba.
Bring it
I
to
think
Aruba.
that's a
Talk to
great
Maria,
idea.
and we make something happen for sure.
Yes.
Yes.
And Maria can herd the people. She's
Yeah,
good at
Maria
that.
is really good. Yeah, really good.
That's
So-
good. Thanks, Maria.
Yeah. Thank you, Michael.
Yes.
And
That's it.
a
Huh?
well-educated program today. Usually we only drink and talk shit.
I didn't talk about it.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. It was a
son.
pleasure for having me. Thanks very much, Jason.
Yeah.
Thanks, Omar. Thanks. It was a pleasure. It was fun. And you know, like I said, the sky's the limit.
Yeah.
That's how I think.
Yeah,
You usually say Reggie gave me the intro, but he's not here again. So
outro.
Reggie.